My word, what a game I have for you today. It's between Leeds, who play in Division 1, the second tier of English volleyball, against Newcastle Knights, one of the best teams in the country. I'll give a bit of background and context about the two teams, and then we'll jump into the match. That block that we open with, by the way, is even more ridiculous than it looks on camera, because it came at a hugely important moment in the game. So if you want to see that and appreciate it for everything it's worth, you've got to stick around. Before I explain the teams, in case you're new here, my name is George. I'm a volleyball player and coach. At the time of writing, I'm working in Denmark as the head coach of DHV Odense. And last season, I was playing for Leeds, having just come back from 2 seasons playing in Sweden. I cover my journey as well as all other things volleyball on the channel. So if that sounds interesting, feel free to subscribe. Okay, so the teams. Our opponents would be Newcastle Knights. They're one of the big volleyball university programs in the UK, hoovering up most of the best young English players. And they also bring in foreigners, mostly from North America, to play and study. I don't know exactly how much they train, but I'd be gobsmacked if it was less than 4 times a week with S&C on top. They'll be playing matches like this twice a week in Super League and in Bucks, so loads and loads of match experience at a good level. They finished the regular season 4th in the league and lost 3-2 in the playoff semi-final to the eventual runners-up, who also lost 3-2 in their final. It was a crazy weekend. So yeah, as far as English volleyball goes, they're pretty good. Then there's us, Leeds. We're a club team who train twice a week, no S&C program, and everyone playing for us is either in full-time employment or a child. Having been relegated from Super League the previous season, we're now playing in Div 1. That means while Newcastle are having 5-set showdowns on Taraflex against teams with ex-pro players, we're carting off to Hull to play some jungle ball. We do have 2 big things going for us though, as a result of Leeds having the best junior program in the country. Firstly, and not surprisingly, we have loads of good juniors. For example, our starting libero, Max. Secondly though, the program is big enough to support several full-time coaches who also then play. And one of those coaches just happens to be the best player in the country. 6'9" Rwandan ex-pro Nelson. He played professionally all over the world, and as you'll see in the video, he's a bit fucking good. So that helps. I guess I'm also one of those coaches who's then playing for the men's team, but that's not quite as impactful as Nelson because I can't do this. Or this. Or that. Quickly then, the rest of our team, and we'll get into the game. So, setting, you have Zach, one of my childhood best friends, then quite a personal team actually. Also, 2 guys I used to play with when I was at uni in Sheffield, Dan on the outside and George in the middle. Then we have Bouncy Boy Powell in the middle, rounding out the squad. And we mustn't forget our coach, Pete, another one of the people working in this junior program. Right, that's enough chit chat. Let's see what happens then. Is Newcastle's setup too much to overcome, or do we have what it takes?
Off we go then. Zach getting us underway with the serve, and it's a good serve. Puts the pass on the floor, and Nelson comes in with a massive stuff block. What a way to start. And we follow it up, another good serve from Zach, with a really good rally. Nice volleyball on display for both teams here. Triple block, good defense from Max. Probably shouldn't have stolen that ball, because it was a terrible set. The setter having a swing. It's a good swing, fair enough. Scores the point. Some nice tidy side outs from both teams to follow this up. I don't include every point here, or this will be a very long video. And there's also quite a lot of shitty volleyball on display as well as the good stuff. So we've got to keep things sharp and interesting. Nice side out from Newcastle there. And then we followed up ourselves. Good serve, nice pass. Bosh. Nice swing from Dan. So yeah, the first set, both teams trading pretty evenly. No one able to do anything crazy just yet. Nelson looking like he might be with a big serve there. Good defense, the ball squeezes through the block. That's gone terribly wrong. What a save from down there. A little spinny spin roll. Can he follow up with a block? No, he doesn't need to. Opposite from Newcastle, Kalechi hits out wide. Now Nelson, he's got some confidence after the first one. Can get on the roids. Newcastle sensibly calling a timeout. Don't want Nelson to get on a run here. Sensibly takes a bit off this one. Keep the ball in play after a timeout. This is a nice rally from us. Some good volleyball on display generally. Well-formed block. Good dig from Nelson. And run the pipe. Drift a little bit, but it's a nice dig from the libero off the chest. Take the ball in defense. Clean kill from the middle. Yeah, this game is how we know Nelson is seriously up for this. When we're playing some of the maybe lesser teams in Div 1, Nelson didn't do this very often. Even you think it could be easy. It's not quite the same hype. And then when he's serving well, you know he's seriously up for a game. He is turned up to play. Great dig from the libero there. Free ball, what can we do with it? Nelson should really let me take that so he can swing. Great set out to Dan though. It's a really good start from Leeds. We were up, not comfortably, but we were up in the first set. Really couldn't have gone a lot better. That serve may be a sign of things to come. Newcastle's serving strategy seemed to want to target Dan, especially when he was front court. It's up so bloody high on the pipe though. It's a nice tip. Nice serving as well. Okay, never mind. Taught that one up. Both teams actually, that is one thing. I mentioned some shit volleyball. The serving, especially the start of the match, apart from Nelson, was quite questionable. A lot of errors. This is quite a funny point though. They served me and it is a shocking pass, and I go to my trademark shot, which you'll see in a second, and Max commented afterwards. He said, "This is the most U point I've ever seen. If in doubt, go block out." A top tip, because it's a narrow set and I'm running inside, obviously the blockers naturally expect me to hit inside, so to then swing away across my body, you make it quite likely you get the block out in that situation. In my last video, I talked about game plans and how you might want to change your defense system based on different players. So mostly we play spare block, which you see Dan goes to do. But we did say we're not going to do this on Kelechi, and you can see him there. Whoops-a-daisy, forgot about the plan, because that ball was exactly where he should have been stood. This point was a very big momentum boost for us. So it's a really good swing from Kelechi over the top of the block. Amazing D from Zach. He's just about to save it, and they have the overpass to kill, and a bit of a miss hit, send that flying out the back. There's nothing quite like winning a point you should have lost, especially when it's quite a spectacular error. As I say, big momentum boost. Following that up with another nice break point, some very experienced blocking on display from George, one-on-one in the middle. He's not up super high, but he doesn't need to be. Now you've seen already a lot of the balls going to Newcastle's opposite. He is a big threat, gets up crazy high. Not many people can hit over the top of Dan's block, but he manages it there. Good hit. Anyway, this is set point for Leeds. As I say, the first set was relatively comfortable as far as the games go. Foul the net, and that is the first set. 1-0 to Leeds. What a start. If you've been following this series, you'll know I am carrying some injuries coming into this season, and this game is no exception. The main one being a hurty shoulder. I wasn't really able to hit very hard, and when I did try and hit hard this game, it didn't go very well. Much more luck playing the shots you're seeing here, the little roll over the block or a cut shot, like I'm playing deep. Nice set from Zach, and that is ridiculous. Nelson makes that look so bloody easy to score that point. Nice rally coming up. Good defense from both sides. Actually tried to hit that ball and then shot. Wasn't very helpful. Bit of a scrappy rally as well, actually. That's a great dig though. Zach dig it out, managed to save it. Give away a free ball. What can Newcastle make of it? Go to Kelechi again. And that one, balls hit the ceiling. Right, if ever you needed proof that low ceilings or the rule with ball hitting the ceiling is crap, I think that point proves it. That was a great rally. What a shame for it to end, because the ball just glances at the ceiling. In my opinion, at least, I bloody hate this rule. I think it would be so much nicer if we could have just played on, the balls just clip the ceiling, and who cares, right? Keep having this great rally. It doesn't make the game more fun to watch because it grazes one of those hoopy things on the roof. Following up with another nice rally, Newcastle do take this one, and they come out in the second set better than the first. It's a much closer set, but neither team really doing enough to pull ahead. That's quite a large block though. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of the time you see both us and Newcastle switch blocking so they can try and line up Nelson and Kelechi pretty sensibly. Played off the block from Dan, goes to Nelson again. That is a joke. He doesn't just hit it hard and high, he's also going for the sidelines and he hits them. Really impressive amount of ball control when you've got such long bloody arms. That's a big block from Dan there, bloody hell. A nice volleyball on display in this rally. Good serve from Nelson. Decent pass, just doing well not to get aced. That's an amazing dig from Max. Dan somehow manages to put a good setup from there. Swing from Zach, nice dig from opposite. And fair enough, that's a nice kill. Nice volleyball, fair enough. One of the big differences, I think, why we didn't do quite so well in the second set compared to the first is this. We're missing the middle. Good set there though, and a nice kill from George. Newcastle had been starting to pull ahead though in this second set, and this rally was a bit of a turning point, I think, when we started to get a bit more momentum ourselves and get back into things. Some good block defense, and then Nelson does what Nelson does best, which is killing the ball. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I will always include a nice setter dump going over on two. Well played, Zach. The trend continuing here that I'm only capable of scoring with a tip, a roll, or going block out. I actually try and hit the ball, it doesn't work. But that one did work, so happy days. It's a great serve right to the sideline, really good pass from down though, on the pipe, and Zach clears the net for me. Unfortunately, as I just said, I can't hit the ball very hard, so nice, relatively easy dig. We get a free ball back. Nelson showing us how you should be doing it. The way I've edited this might look a bit confusing because it's always us siding out. That's because Newcastle did a great job siding out straight back. There's the middle there. We need more of that. So here we go. We are actually having to see them do a side out. That is a very good hit over the top of the block. Nice dig from Max. I try and actually hit it. I get stuffed. Should have just stuck to the tips and rolls. Can I redeem myself? Oh, I can. There we go. I actually hit one. I didn't realize that was in there. Oh, I'm chuffed for that. That's made my day. Can I do it again? Nope. Go for the tip. That's no, nice pancake. Fair enough. We need this ball now. Goes to Nelson. Oh, he's been stuffed. That's a big momentum point. When you think you've won it, and they make it with a pancake, and then you lose a point to a massive block. That is a huge momentum change. And I follow up by spaffing out the back, and we lose the second set. What a dick.
Brief interruption to talk about Patreon. If you're enjoying the video and want to see more like this, the best way to support me is on Patreon. As well as being safe in the knowledge that you're a bloody legend, you also get early access to videos, early access to online coaching if you want it, a chance to vote in polls, and most importantly, a shout out in every video. So, thank you so much to Finn, Will, Kimmy, Lucas, Equinox, Charlie, Thomas, Harry, and Barney. Thank you so much again, and back to the video.
Right, personnel change at 1-1. Ben on for Powell in the middle. Nice defense there. Good block from Dan. Nelson's been stuffed. Right, so we can talk about this third set a little bit. That's a nice pass. Good set to Dan. That is just in, is it? Line just given in. Yep, thank you, Diane. That's our point. Nice. Anyway, so after losing the second set pretty narrowly, I think it was 25-23, we're a bit rattled, and it shows in points like this. A great dig and a bit of a miscommunication. Maybe Zach should go for it. You know, he decides not to. No one does. Ball drops, and our heads are spinning a little bit. Pete, very sensibly, calls a timeout. But this is the sign of things to come, unfortunately, in the third set. So we have a good response. That's a nice pass. And run the C. Good job. And Kelechi hits out the back. So, yeah, decent enough response from us. Unfortunately, though, as I say, the wheels do start to come off a little bit. That's nice volleyball. But, yeah, that was very annoying. We scouted that the setter was, like to go on the second ball and it's tight. I knew he was going to do it. I didn't stop him. It's one thing to forget and be caught out. Another thing when you just completely fuck it and you don't get it back. So I come off for Adam, sensible sub. It was a bit quiet in this set. I think we need to change something. He calls another timeout. Not often Max would shank a ball. And then the net roller. And then, yeah, things really not going our way. Make a few more subs. Josh on to serve. That's a nice stick from Adam there. Can we do something here? No, get blocked again. Yeah, so at this point, Pete sensibly sort of pulls the plug on the set. Starts to take people off. The set is gone. I don't know the score, but it's not good. You can see we're really not playing as sharply as we were earlier. That ball in the first set, I like to think, would have been dug. So make some subs. E-Man on now on the outside. He gets his first kill playing the Super League. That's nice. You love to see it. Yeah, he's 15, by the way, when he kills this ball. That's pretty nuts, given the level some of the players hit. Anyway, yeah, so you've got the whole bench on now. This is brilliant. Pete brought Josh on to serve and then forgot to reverse the sub, so he had to stay front court, and he just gets the kill in the middle. Fair play. Adam misses the serve going for it, but you have to go for it in that situation. We're down and out. Try and put something together, get some momentum going at least. A smile on everyone's faces. That's more like it as we start the fourth set. So 2-1 down now, having just had an absolute stinker. Yeah, how are things going to go? Time will tell. Find out, won't we? Oh, a double touch. Don't see those anymore, do you? It's a relic. Obviously, a little bit of a shame that we completely threw away the third set. There was no competition there at all. We had a bit of a stupid ball where we let it drop after a good dig. And then, our heads kind of just went. Really not great. But how you respond that matters. That's a nice pipe. Nice rally. Good volleyball around. And we do respond relatively well. We certainly come out and don't just throw this set. Would have been easy, I think, to capitulate and just lose the match from this point. And it's close, but not as close as the first two sets. We are still down, trailing most of this set again. I know he said it's going to do it, but he does it well. I'm not able to stop him. It's almost more frustrating than just forgetting and being caught out. Libra this time ready for the set dump from Zach. Great dig from Max. Tight ball. What's going on? I can't even tell. Oh, we've got the ball. Sets. Someone should really hit that. Miscommunication. They're opposites out though. Another amazing dig from Max. Bloody hell, what a rally. Go to the outside again. Good block. Just wide. Still some nice volleyball. I've sensibly changed the float serve. I served fucking terribly this game. It was really bad. Don't know why. I couldn't get going. I think, I do know why actually. I remember this. I think it's the excitement, the adrenaline of playing a better game and a better team. The adrenaline literally just sort of cured my shoulder pain a bit. So I got really excited and started trying to hit the ball harder than I had been used to doing all season. So I was just serving out and serving badly, and I hadn't been float serving for ages. So it took me some time to get going. I was just trying to think, why did I include that point? And I remembered, we got that point. Yeah, to be fair to the ref, pretty hard to call it when it's right in front of you, but I'm quite sure how the line judge missed it. Home advantage, maybe. Anyway, it's a big point for us because it's a bit of a momentum change in this set. Newcastle starting to pull away, and I think that puts a stop on it. I'm back to serve again after their timeout. Nice blocking from Dan. This time we are ready, and we do stop the setting. This point is where having a player like Nelson is a bit of cheat code. It's not a good pass. It's a really high set. No right to win this ball at all, and he paints the sideline with an absolute rocket. Not many other people are going to win a ball on a 10 from a pass like that. Speaking of passing, that is quite shit from me. We're on left seams, so it's not my ball to take, and I step out and dig it straight into the floor. And then this is a very big momentum swing in the match now. Back in Newcastle's favour. We have a really, really good long rally. Some nice volleyball, good defense from both teams. Smart shot from Dan, take the setter out. Go back to Kelechi, gives us the free ball. Good free ball in. Go to Dan, it's a bit of a low set though, and puts it long. Pete sensibly calling a timeout. Always good after a really long rally. It's a big momentum change, a big momentum boost to whoever wins it. So we have got to side out ASAP, and that unfortunately is not the way to do it. And then we've got to find some break points. We do get the side out, and now this is a really big time. We need to start getting some break points to get back into the set. Nice defense, and then George, quick thinking, throws the ball down. There we go. You need to start to build some more of those up. This next point kills me. Like I said, I try and hit the ball hard, and it doesn't work. It's a good pass, good set. I drift past the block, and then smash it wide. What a pillar. Pete sensibly, again, calls a timeout. We are in a bit of a rut here. We really, really need to start taking some break points. Can we put something together here? No. Some dickhead dug the ball straight out. That was a very good chance. It's not a massive hit. It's a good block touch. We could have done something there. But okay, redeem myself. That's a nice pass. Good push outs down a bit low again, maybe. They are out of system. What's going to happen? That's a nice block. Free ball now in from Max. Sensibly goes to Nelson. Nice defense again. This is a huge point. I feel like we lose this, it's not curtains, but it's going to be feeling pretty dour. That's great defense though. Newcastle really, really defending well, but we need to kill the ball. We don't have to, because he's hit it straight in the net. That is, as they say, a gift. Will it come back to haunt them? I think Newcastle at this point was something like 22-18 up, I think. And then we get a bit of luck. A few errors start to creep in. That ball it's a free point. And again, like we had on the previous ball. That's an amazing dig from Max. That is an absolute joke. Nelson replays off the block from a tight set. Go to Dan. Good defense again. This point is absolutely huge. More good defense. Okay, we're getting a free ball now. Got to capitalize. Foul takes it. Sensibly go to Nelson. Finds the court. That rally, absolutely huge. I think it's 22-20 now. So Newcastle sensibly calling a timeout. Can we take another break point here back on Zach's serve? Clips the net. Goes sensibly to Kelechi. Stands up though, scoops it out of the block. That's quite a good dig set if I say so myself, but Nelson gets stuffed. Disaster. We need the side out. We get the side out with miss serve. Okay, Dan's got to pull off something good here. We've got to start seeing some good blocks. Good serve. And there's another hitting error. That one in the net, 4 touches. Okay, we've got a chance now. Got to put something together. Right, I think I've got the score wrong until now, but it's definitely 23-all now. And they're out of system, and we get the block. So it's now 24-23 to us. We were down quite a lot at points in this set. Coming into the crunch time, we were still 2, 3, 4 points down, and we've clawed our way back in. A little bit of luck from a few hitting errors from Newcastle, but then this is it. Take it into a 5th set, having completely thrown the 3rd set and played terribly. And we come to this moment, which I have spammed so many times on this channel, because this is a joke. I'm sorry, but that is just ridiculous. Look how high Nelson gets up. Most of the time when he blocks, he just goes side step, jump, and he's still armpits over the net. That is just the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like, I just can't. on set point, after a huge comeback in the biggest game of the season for us against their biggest hitter, who's also one of the biggest hitters in the country, and he goes up with that block, split blocking, swinging his arms, TV antenna, and it's a absolute stuff straight down. I could watch this all day. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm giddy. I just love watching that. Right, anyway. Okay, bit of a scrappy start going into the 5th set. Maybe low set in the little net roller. Scoops it over and a joust. Nice dive from the libero. And a tip, and Nelson's forgot to place their block. And Zach doesn't make it with the pancake. Right, and a massive rally now coming up on the next ball. Nice defense from Max. Maybe we'd like to keep that on our side, but goes over. Big swing for Kelechi. Really good defense from Dan. Dan, a really nice game defensively this time. Didn't quite manage to save the set, so we give away a free ball. They go back to Kelechi. This will become a recurring theme. Don't blame him though. He is a bit of a roid. That's nice defense from us though. Nice swing. Don't really get hold of it. I think it's the 4th ball he gets in a row. Bit more of a roll. Really good read from Max to take that one. That goes to me. Go for a tip. Put the setter out. Go back to Kelechi again. Dan, another good defense. And it's hit the fucking ceiling. Of course it has. What a rally though. Nice reception. Squeeze the ball through in the middle. Good signing out from both teams on display. As usual, I've not included Newcastle's side out slightly cruelly, but I can assure you they were siding out just as cleanly and nicely. Not just by sending Kelechi. They do use the middle a lot as well. I actually hit a ball down the line there. Took the setter out in the process, but he was fine. No harm done. It was our point. I think I came through the net. Another big swing from Nelson though. This is a real back and forth 5th set so far. That's pretty cash, to be fair, from their setter. Credit where credit's due. That was quite nice. Great pass from Dan there. Pushed to the line. Block touch on Nelson. Setter going for a swing again. And he's 2 for 2 in attack, making it work. Right, and that takes them, I think, 8-6 up at the change of ends. Great pass from Dan. What a swing from Powell, but amazing defense. Go back to Dan again. Another great dig. This is a huge point at 8-6. It's coming back to 8-7. They made 2 amazing digs. Zach gets a third. No, ceiling again. Penny, if we play this game in another sport, so it'll be a different story. That could be the best pass I've ever done. Great set from Zach. What a swing. Another ball off the chest. Dan takes the tip. So I go on the 10, go a bit early. Still a decent enough swing. If in doubt, just put it on the setter. And then what a block this is. Such a low finish. Lovely. That's a big point. Building some momentum again now. It's still anybody's game this 5th set. Good block touch. Pinching in the middle. Can we attack? Oh, it's a little bit free. Maybe need to swing on that. Go to the middle again. It's a net roller, you jammy, but oh, it's out. Excellent. Don't know why I'm celebrating. I know what happens. Anyway, right, this next ball, again, another one that pains me. You can probably guess what happens. I get ideas above my station, think I can hit, and hit straight in the ball and get stuff. Just trying to swing over the block and just not getting up as high as I like to think I am, or maybe a higher block than I'm used to. Yeah, that was a bad hit. Costly point, just swinging straight in the middle. So if I played for Newcastle and was making this video, this is the point I would be spamming like I spammed Nelson's block on set point last set. It's a good rally, really good defense, an amazing set from there. And this is the point that kind of kills us. Big set up to Nelson. Ooh. Yeah, fair enough. I will allow a replay because that was quite good. I'll be fair. If we take that ball, you know, we're feeling good. We've won the long rally. We're back to serve. We just need a block or an ace or whatever, and it's anybody's game again. But they take that, it sets up set point, and it's also just a bit of a, yeah, the silence in the crowd compared to the previous one. That hurt. It's hard to watch. Don't know why I'm watching it again. Anyway, that sets up match point for Newcastle, which they take the first time of asking. Had actually passed pretty well this game. So a nice way to end it with shanking it. So that's a damn shame. I was really gutted after we lost this. Mainly not just because, you know, I want to win, I'm competitive, but because that was by far the most enjoyable game we had all season. We didn't really get pushed by that many teams, and we did a few times. When we had those games, it was more stressful because it was like, oh shit, why aren't we winning? Whereas this was just a really good volleyball match. So it was really sad to not get to play many or any more games like this over the season. Anyway, that's all she wrote for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.